Beneath the deserts of Iran lies a treasure that has shaped empires, fueled wars, and drawn the gaze of the world. Black gold, crude oil, flows through the veins of this ancient land, yet it has brought both wealth and ruin. From colonial exploitation to revolution, from sanctions to missile strikes, Iran's oil is more than a resource, it is the pulse of a nation. And today, that pulse trembles under the weight of internal unrest and global tension. This is Iran, the story of oil, power, and survival. In 1908, the first major strike of crude oil in Masjed Soleyman transformed Iran's destiny forever. This discovery drew the attention of the British Empire, who quickly dominated the new industry through the Anglo-Persian Oil Company. For decades, oil became both Iran's wealth and its vulnerability, a prize for foreign powers, a tool of control, and the source of deep national resentment. By 1951, the Iranian people demanded control over their own black gold. Prime Minister Mohammad Mosaddegh nationalized the oil industry, challenging centuries of foreign dominance. But the move triggered a geopolitical storm. A coup backed by the CIA and MI6 would topple him, reinstall the Shah, and cement a legacy of mistrust toward the West that persists to this day. Geologically, Iran sits atop massive sedimentary basins, oil trapped in the folds and faults of ancient rock formations. These fields remain some of the largest on Earth. Today, Iran ranks among the top 5 nations for crude oil reserves, and its natural gas deposits rival any other country on the planet. The 1979 Islamic Revolution transformed Iran. The monarchy fell, replaced by a theocratic republic that claimed control over its resources. Oil, once the domain of foreign companies, was now the lifeblood of a revolutionary state. But newfound sovereignty came at a cost. Political upheaval and ideological isolation made Iran a target, and oil became a strategic weapon in a turbulent region. The 1980 to 1988 Iran-Iraq War left scars on the land and the economy. Oil fields became battlegrounds, and the Persian Gulf turned into a war zone. Tankers were sunk, pipelines destroyed, and exports severely disrupted. Even as the nation fought to survive, oil remained both a tool of leverage and a source of vulnerability. Its very abundance made Iran a target for enemies near and far. In the decades that followed, Iran's oil wealth brought both influence and isolation. The United States and its allies imposed sanctions targeting the energy sector, restricting exports, and freezing assets. Every barrel of crude Iran could not sell became a lost lifeline for the economy. Inflation soared, the currency fell, and ordinary Iranians bore the cost while the state fought proxy wars across the Middle East. Iran's oil is intertwined with power. Its revenue funds domestic programs and regional influence, yet it also draws the wrath of rival nations. The Strait of Hormuz, a narrow choke point through which nearly 20% of the world's oil passes, turns every geopolitical tension into a global energy crisis. Iran's black gold gives it leverage, but also marks it as a target. Despite immense oil wealth, ordinary Iranians face scarcity and hardship. Corruption and mismanagement siphon profits away from the people. Inflation and unemployment strain daily life. Across cities and deserts, protests echo the frustrations of a population that sees black gold flowing beneath their feet yet rarely reaching their pockets. Young Iranians, connected to the wider world and hungry for change, demand more than survival. They demand opportunity, freedom, and a voice in the country that holds one of the planet's greatest treasures. For them, oil is not just a commodity, it is a symbol of promises broken and potential unrealized. In 2025, Iran faced direct confrontation with Israel. Missile barrages and drone strikes targeted both military and oil infrastructure. The world watched as Tehran's ability to export oil plummeted, nearly 94% of production lost. Simultaneously, international sanctions tightened, and domestic unrest surged. Every pipeline, refinery, and tanker became a flashpoint in a conflict that extended far beyond Iran's borders. The death of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei in early 2026 further destabilized the nation. Leadership uncertainty, economic collapse, and international pressure collided. Iran's oil, once the foundation of its power, is now the center of global attention, risk, and human suffering. Iran's story is written in black gold. Oil has shaped its history, dictated its politics, and driven both wealth and conflict. Beneath every barrel lies a tale of power, survival, and human endurance. The nation sits at the crossroads of global ambition and local struggle. Its oil is more than a resource, it is the pulse of a nation, beating in rhythm with the hopes, fears, and resilience of its people. If you found this documentary enlightening, subscribe, share, and leave a comment to support future educational content. This is the Geologic Lens. True stories beneath the surface.